Hey guys, so I'm going to do a quick video answering some questions that some people have had. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So the first question is, would you rather take an interesting slash difficult course or an easy course that you may not be interested in? So I will always go for the more interesting course. Something being more difficult just doesn't turn me off of it. I feel like classes that are boring tend to be more difficult because you never want to do the assignments, so it really turns into more of a drag. Another thing is that this is really your chance to kind of take the class that you want and do what you want to do. So I really just take the liberty in that and kind of go for it. There are some professors that tend to be more picky, but I always feel that picky I can deal with. What I can't deal with is a bad professor. So that's really how it breaks down. Like if the style of the teaching of the professor doesn't really mesh with how I study or how I learn, then that's a class that I won't take. But so far I haven't had that problem. So the other question is, any tips on staying organized, study tips, reading textbooks, homework, etc., especially in a difficult semester? Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is really, again, evaluate what your classes are going to be, and then know yourself well enough as a student to know what techniques and kind of what things you're going to need to be successful in every class. So I find that when I was doing my lower division undergrad, my general stuff, it was a bit more difficult because I kind of had to turn on and off because I was going from a history class to an English class to a math class to a sociology class or a psych class. So every single class took a different skill set on my part, and depending on how much effort I had to put, that was the priority that they were on. If I had math homework over history homework, I would do the math homework first because that's not my major and I'm not very great at it. And then I would leave the history homework for last because I know that I'm confident in finishing. So I think prioritizing your classes when you're doing general education is really the key to being successful, and getting help really early. Don't be afraid to go and find it, just because if you get behind, then you're going to fall into this vicious cycle of being behind, and then when you really want to dig yourself out, it's going to be very difficult. Not impossible sometimes, but just really complicated. As far as upper division, I found that since I'm taking all history classes, what really makes my semesters difficult is time management. So I'm using the same skill set since all my classes are history classes, but time management is key because I have so much reading. It's the same thing if you were an engineering major, for example. I know they give you guys a lot of projects. So time management and coming up with a project idea quickly will kind of be the key for you guys. So it's really kind of balancing it out, knowing, is it going to take a different skill set? Is it going to take more time? Is it time management? And am I going to need extra help? What is it? And I always think that knowing yourself as a student really is the key to doing it. Also, as far as reading is concerned, I am going to link a video on the bottom bar because I do talk in a video about kind of how to read and how to approach different readings. Um, I will say that as far as reading articles, I do print them out and use a highlighter, just because articles at the upper division level, if they're graduate or a professor's articles, they do tend to be really complicated and sometimes have multiple layers to them. So it's important that you kind of have a paper copy and are jotting notes as you go along. As far as textbook reading, I would really say look at the index and then look at the end of that chapter, because usually they will highlight the basic and the most important parts. So as you read through the chapter, then you'll remember that and you'll notice that better. So I hope that helps, and I will be posting another video because some people had some more questions. But I hope you guys are having a great semester. Mine's going really good so far, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.